Good evening, students. Welcome back to our channel Achsah. So here we are going to discuss about the complete speaking cue cards you must prepare for June 2024. So just 2 more days for June, and I hope you all are waiting for this video to prepare for the cue cards. Most of them are very confused what to prepare. There are so many cue cards are available everywhere and very confused about what is more important and all. So here I selected 45 around cue cards for June 2024, and for which all are the cue cards you can prepare the same answer. I will just join that together, then it will be easy for you to understand and prepare. Okay. So without further delay, we will start up with the section, and this particular PDF, including all the cards which I am going to mention, will be available in our Facebook group. I will provide the link in the description. You can join the group for free materials and tutorials, and from there you can download this particular PDF. Okay, so it's completely free of cost. There is no any charge for joining or to downloading the materials and all. So it will help you out in your IELTS journey. So we will start up with the cue cards. The first cue card: describe an activity, exciting activity you enjoyed in your free time when you were young or during your school days. So an activity or exciting activity you like to involve in during your younger age with your peer groups. In between the break time, you like to go to the corridor or outdoor and involve in some team activity or any sports or games. So you can just talk about that. So what it was, where you did it, who you did it with, and why you enjoyed it. Second one: describe a risk. The risk in the sense we can't able to predict about the outcome, that may be negative or positive. So most of the time we will keep in our mind it will not come in a good way. So that's why we will call it as a risk. Okay, describe a risk you took that you thought would lead to a terrible result. Yes, and ended up with a positive result. You just thought that it will end up in a negative impact, but it come out in a positive way. I will give some example for that. Risk in the sense that may be related to your personal life, to marry a person after completing the course, and we don't know how it will go, but after the marriage he supported a lot more than your family to achieve your goal, means yeah, it will come out in a positive result. Or simple task also, you can just say any preparation for any seminar or any thesis. You don't know how it will, it's your first stage performance and it will come out in a good way. You got so many congrats or compliments from the crowd. You just quit the job with a good salary and start follow your passion. So you don't know whether it will come out in a good way or not, especially the art sector and all. It's in a risk. Then after that you got a good name or compliments again from the public, means again it will come out in a positive way. Like that you can think about the risk you took in your life and it come out in a positive way. So when you took the risk, why you took the risk, how it went, in that journey now you can explain about that, the struggles which you faced, and explain how you felt about it. Next one: describe a famous person who is a role model for young people. Yeah, it's a previous card from long back. They are asking for the famous person in different format. Other than that, the same. If you are studying about a famous person, you can apply for describe an interesting person that you have not met in person, would like to know more about. That famous person we just watched in the TV or news, and we like to, after learning about their life journey, the success journey, we like to meet that particular person. We like to know more about their success story, and you consider that person as a role model. You can just combine these two cards together: who he or she is, how you know him or her, what he or she has done, and explain why that person can be a good role model for young people, why you consider that person is a good role model for youngsters. Moving further, describe a person you met at a party and enjoyed a conversation with, or describe an old person you met recently. That old person only you met during the party, means again you can join the card together. And if you are studying about the famous person over 70 or 65 years and all, means again you can combine all these together. Okay, so who was the person, when and where you met, what topics did you discuss, and how did you feel about that conversation. whether you find something new, some person having good ideas and opinion. Now, yeah, again, another card we discuss about that. Next one, describe something you did that made you feel proud. Or they can ask for describe a difficult task that you completed at work or study that you felt proud. Or describe a time you successfully did something difficult. It's always about the difficult task you completed and you feel proud about it. Okay, that may be any difficult task that you did in your personal life or in your work. Previously, we discussed about the risk you take now. So, same card you can apply here to you. Okay, like that, you always want to think about the if you are preparing about a person means for all the type of person oriented cards, you can apply that. The only thing is, according to the question way of asking, you want to make some changes or change some points and all. Like that, you need to prepare your cards. So what it was, how you did it, what difficulty you had, how you dealt with the difficulty, how you overcome the difficulty, and explain why you felt proud about it. We struggled a lot and we take a risk in our life and it come out in a good way means definitely we feel proud about what all things we done. Okay, and if you got any support from the third party and all means, you can just say that to you. Now, about the sixth one, describe something you own that you want to replace. So, some item, you want to upgrade your mobile phone or any type of electronic gadgets or vehicle. You are using Android phone and you want to replace that with an iPhone. Okay, so you can just say anything you want that you want to replace. So what it is, where it is, how you got it, and explain why you want to replace it. The new item that is new in the market and having so many facilities or providing so many applications and all means definitely we always want to upgrade ourselves. So the next one, describe something that you did with someone or a group of people. You need to prepare with a group activity or describe a time when someone who did quite well in a team. So if you are studying about that group activity now, try to prepare some characteristics of a person. That may be the leadership quality, the coordinating ability, or resourceful. That person always have good knowledge regarding different topics and ready to cooperate with others or ready to take some initiative, good creative thinking ability. So from that group, you need to specify about one person. According to the question again, you need to make some changes. So what it was, who you did it with, how long it took you to do this, and explain why you did it together. It may not be the solo activity. You need the cooperation from others. That's why you just completed that activity in a group. Next one, describe a subject or something that you would like to learn, or else they can ask for a job you would like to do in the future. They can ask for a particular subject or something that you want to study in the future, or else the job you like to do in the future, about your dream job. So what it is, where and how you want to learn it or do it, why you want to learn it or do it. Maybe you know someone who is from the same sector or who is studying the particular subject or who is working in the same sector. After that only you got motivated to do that. Explain if it will be difficult to learn or do it, about the difficulty level of that particular subject or the job. Next one, describe someone you know who made a good decision recently. You need to talk about a person who made a good decision in the life. That may be again personal or professional related matters. So who is that person, when he or she made the decision, what decision that person made, why it was a good decision, why you think it was a good decision, and explain how you felt about the decision. Any decision again to quit the job and to follow the passion, or to shift from one place to another, or to take part in any competition, any good decision or wise decision you can talk about. Next one, describe a person who encouraged you to achieve your goal, or describe a goal you want to achieve in the future. Goal oriented cards, again it's a frequently asked topic, so you need to prepare about a long term goal in your life you want to achieve, you need to work for it, you want to achieve in the future. And is there any person who encouraged you to achieve the goal? That may be your parents, your mentor, or your peer group. So you need to prepare like that. So who is that person, how he or she encouraged you, what goal you want to achieve, and explain how you feel about this person. Moving further, describe a new law you would like to introduce in your country. If you get an authority, in the sense what law you need to implement or introduce in your country. Maybe in one or another occasion while traveling, maybe we think about some traffic rules. Oh, if the rule is like that, means the traffic will be reduced, or if there is a rule like that, means there will not be any violation, or there will not be any criminal activity. Like that we will think in different occasion na? So is there anything to prevent that type of violence or criminal activity in the society, and if you get an opportunity you like to implement that, means you can talk about that. So what law it is, what changes this law can bring, whether this law will popular, that means what you are thinking about the law, how you came up with this new law. Maybe from your experience you had a worst experience, and at that time only you think about, oh, if it is a rule like that, as I mentioned before, and explain how you feel about this new rule, whether it will be beneficial for the society, or what category of the people will be benefited by that. Next one, describe a place you have been to where things are expensive or costly. You need to talk about a place, costly or expensive in the sense, definitely that will be a tourist spot, right? In tourist spot and all, especially the small scale business holders and all, they will double the charge of each and every item. Maybe nearby our home it charges 10 rupees, in the sense the same product we will get from 20, or that may be the double or triple cost in the tourist oriented place. So where the place is, what the place is like, why you went there, what you brought from there, and explain why you think the things are expensive over there, because it's a tourist attraction and many tourists like to visit the place. Always the tourists want to purchase some traditional handicraft items or culture reflective items and all. That's why it is much more expensive. Next one, describe a sports that you only have watched before but have not played yourself. Okay, you need to talk about any sports you like to watch, and that may be cricket or golf or any type of sports you can talk about. You like to see it, or you watched it for several times but didn't attend for that. Or else they can ask specifically for a sports person or athlete that you admire. If you are preparing with any sports item, just study about a person also who is very popular or famous from that particular sports sector. Okay, so what it is, when you watched it, or where you watched it, who you watched it with, and explain how you felt about it. Next one, describe a person who thinks music is important and enjoy music. You need to talk about a person who always likes to enjoy music, very passionate about music. Some people know, so if they don't know how to sing, but they like to listen to music. Great. So you need to talk about a person like that. So who is this person? How you know him or her? What music that person like? Is that a fast number or traditional music, devotional music, or any particular type of music like Carnatic music? Okay. Then explain how you feel about him or her. Next one, describe an important plant in your country, or else they can ask about, describe something in your country that you are interested in. You are interested towards that plant, in the sense, again, you can just join these cards together. According to your area, you can talk about that. Any plant or tree in your area. So what it is, where you see it, is there any particular locality for that, what it looks like, and explain why it is important. Next one, describe a place that is good for people to live in. You just think that this is a perfect for or this is an ideal place for all the type of people. So like that one particular place you need to talk about, where it is, how you know this place, or who recommended that place to you, what it is like, about the amenities you can see. It including all the basic amenities at the nearby distance, means yeah, definitely it's an ideal place which having transportation facility, healthcare sectors, or good educational facilities, or good recreational facilities. So explain why it is better than other places to live in. Yes. So the next one, describe a complaint that you made and you were satisfied with the result. There is a situation in which you raised a complaint about some product or service and you were satisfied with the reaction of the authority, seemed like you expected. So when it happened, who you complained to? What did you complain for? Is that a product or a service, or it's about a person? So why were you satisfied with the result? It met your expectation. Next one, describe a new development in your country or the area where you live. Any development that may support the youngsters or old age or for all the category of people. Okay, again, the development in the sense related to any public facility. That's why I just added together. Describe a public facility that have been renovated and improved recently. The same thing, new development or public facility, educational facility, park or any shopping mall, gymnasium or any type of sports stadium, healthcare sectors. Okay, so what and where the development, what it was like before, how long it took to complete it. It's completely based on the rulers, we can say. Some authorities now they like to give offers, but after 10 years also it will not accomplish. So it's completely based on the ruler. So how long it took to complete it, how people feel about it, whether it is useful to the society and people, and explain how it has improved the area you live in. Again, the impact on the society or the citizen. Next one, describe a time you taught something new to a younger person or friend or relative. Or describe a skill that you learned in the childhood. So any type of skill you can talk about, any life saving skills or mandatory skills in the life, like the swimming skill or driving skill, cooking skill, or any type of practical skills. And later on you just shared or your knowledge or your skill you taught to the younger one, that may be your friend or your kid or your relatives. Okay, so you can just join these together. So the sub question, when it happened, what you thought, who you thought, why you thought this person, and how you feel about teaching, whether that person followed that or it is beneficial for that person or not. Next one, describe a place or a country in which you would like to live or work for a short period of time. Just study well about a place. There you can make some changes and apply for all the cards. If it is a famous place with so many amenities and all, means try to collect some points. Okay, so try to collect a huge point. Then according to the way of asking, you can just apply it. So where you would like to live or work, what you want to do there, when would you like to go there, and why you want to live there. Next one, again, the place oriented card. Describe a place where you have taken photos more than once. The same place which you like to live for a short period, you visited there, and always whenever you visit there you like to take some photos. Means same place you can apply here. Or describe a picture or photograph of you that you like. You just took that photo from that place, that is your favorite photo, means again the same answer you can just modulate. Where the place is, when you took the photo, what special features the photo taken there have. That may be the background, waterfalls or any beauty spot and all, means definitely we like to take photos always. Even though we have a huge collection of photos with the same post and same background, but we feel to take some photos always whenever we pass on. Explain why you have been there more than once to take photos. That is the reason we are very lure towards that place. Next one, describe a tourist attraction that very few people visit but you think interesting. Yeah, again as I mentioned, so very few people visit that place. Maybe it is not in the Google map and all. Many of them are not aware about that particular place, but you think that it is very interesting for a short period to stay and all. Or else describe an interesting place you have been with your friend. So what the place is, what people can see over there about the peculiarities of that place, and why only few people visit there, and explain why you think it is interesting. What all are the interesting factors over there. So again, we discuss so many place oriented cards, so don't forget to prepare about a place in detail. So the next one, describe a time when missed or were late for important meeting or event. You need to talk about an occasion in which you missed an important appointment or you were late for a meeting. Or they can ask like, describe a period when you were busy. You were busy with your personal activities or the family matters. That's why you missed that appointment. you can join it. Or else a time you had to finish something quickly, you just want to reach there, you want to complete all the morning task and you want to reach there in time, again you are in hurry burry. So like that you should coordinate. So when it happened, what happened, why you missed or were late for it, and explain how you felt about this experience. So the next one, describe a person who is good at making people feel welcome in his or her home. Who is a good host, like to invite the people to the family and like to treat, like to cook for them. So who is this person? How you know this person? The relation with the person, how he or she makes you feel welcome, and explain how you feel about this person. Next one, describe an enjoyable journey by public transport. If you want to go with a group of people to a long distance, means definitely we will opt for public transportation, right? So you should share an experience like that, where you went, who you went there with, what you did, and how you felt about it. Next one, describe your favorite place in your house where you can relax. It's completely personal choice. Some people always like to be in their own room. They are using it for multi-purpose, not only for sleep. They like to eat over there, they like to read books, they like to listen to music, they like to meditate, they like to study. So multi-purpose room. Or that may be the living area or balcony. So it's completely based on the personal choice. Or they can ask for describe an indoor or outdoor place where it is easy for you to study. Again, you can just combine that with your comfortable zone or the favorite place in your home. So where it is, what it is like, what you enjoy doing there, and explain why you feel relaxed at this place. Next one, describe a situation when you helped someone. It's quite natural in our life. We need to offer help. That may be a physical assistance or a mental support or financial support. So what the situation was, who the person was, how you helped them, and explain how you felt after helping that person. We feel so satisfied, right? Or divine after helping a person. Next one, describe an occasion when you heard someone complaining about something in a restaurant, store, or other business places. So, for example, you just went to a restaurant to have food and you hear that some other one is talking about, or they are complaining about the dish or waiting time. They are waiting for a so long time and they just served food to other people. Okay, or that may be related to the dish, it's not like their expectation, or anything related to the product or service they can complain, and you are a witness over there. Okay, so when and where it happened, what he or she complained for, what the result was, and explain how you felt about the experience, whether you felt that that complaint is relevant or not, or that person is simply making a problem over there. Next one, describe a successful person who you once studied or work with. You need to talk about a successful person, resourceful person, or knowledgeable person once you studied or worked with. Who is this person? When you studied or worked with this person, what you did together about that activity, or about the team activity. He may be the team leader or the one of the member in the team. So what this person did to become successful, and explain how you felt about studying or working with that person. Next one, describe a park or a garden in your city. Very simple cue card. When you often go there, where it is, who you often go there with, what it is like, and explain why you like to visit that particular place. Next one, describe a time. Something changed your life in good way. Something or someone, maybe influence of some people also make so much changes in our life, or some decision or some situation, unforgettable situation which make a deviation in our life. So describe a time something changed your life in good ways. When and where it happened, what happened, how you felt about it, and explain how it changed your life in good ways. Moving further, describe a website which helped you to do something, or website you like to visit on a regular or very frequently. That may be related to the personal life, some social website and all we like to visit in a regular manner, or else that may be related to your profession. The website related to your company, you like to log in to get to the information related to the new updates and all. So which site is it? How did you know about it? How it helped, and why do you visit it often? Next one, describe a person who you are happy to know. You like to get updates, or you like to get news related to that person. Maybe we love that person, or we consider, or we just give an important place to that person in our life. That may be your cousins, niece, your friend, your colleagues. Or describe a good news that you heard about someone you know well recently. Again, that the person you loved and you heard a happy news related to their personal or professional life. So, who is this person? How you know this person? What he or she is like, and explain why you are happy to know about this person. You are a well wisher. That's why you like to know more about the person. Next one, describe a foreigner who speaks your native language very well. I think previously also we added this cue card in the month of May too. So foreigner who came to our country for the study purpose or for the work purpose, or to know more about the culture, or to learn some art forms. So who is this person, where he or she is from, how that person learns your language, and explain why that person can speak your language very well. And the next one, describe a historical building that you have been to, or they can ask for a historical period that you like to know more about, something related to history. Even though this card is very rare, you must prepare because it needs some general knowledge too. Okay, or else suddenly you can't able to explain well about the historical period and all. So it's always better to refer and study about it. So where it is, what it looks like, what it is used for now, and what you learned from there, and how you felt about this historical building or that historical era. Then moving forward, describe a useful object in your home that you can't live without. There are so many items because nowadays the human beings are more dependent on machine, the era of machine automation, we can say. So any object in your home, electronic gadgets which give assistance in your household work or in your daily task, you can't able to live without. So what it is, how often you use it, how you use it, and explain why you can't live without it, because that much you are dependent on that particular item. Next one, describe a time when you picked up an item that someone else lost. It's again very usual in our Indian society and all, we can say the nearby, the roadside and all, we will get some wallet or some valuable item, money. Okay, so some lost in the transportation and all, in public transportation and all, we can see some the heavy bag also someone lost, or some certificates. So it's very quite natural if we have that address of that person and all, means we directly call and hand over the item, or else we usually give to police station, right? So what the item was, when and where you found it, what you did after finding it, then explain how you felt about the experience. After handing over that item to the respective person, now we feel so proud. We just done something huge, like that we feel. Next one, describe a person who always has interesting ideas and opinion. Previously, we discussed about one card. Now, you just worked with a person who is very successful in life. That same person you can apply here. That person having good opinions, ideas, and all. That's why they become successful in their life. So the same card you can apply. Who is that person? What the person does? How you know that person? And explain why you think that person has innovative ideas and opinion. Next one, describe a daily routine that you enjoy, or describe something you do regularly that helps you to work or study better. Yoga, meditation, going out for a walk, like jogging, walking, anything you can say. So what it is, where and when you do it, who you do it with, and explain why you enjoy it. Okay, so we are around 39, few more. I also become tired. Anyway, next one. Describe a person you know who likes to talk a lot. I think from long back we are discussing this particular cue card. Very talkative person. So you need to explain who is this person, how you know this person, what he or she likes to talk about. Are they having some particular area of interest now? Someone always like to talk about the political matters. If the person is so much passionate about sports, means They will, whenever they get opportunity to talk to someone, they just like to discuss about the World Cup or the Olympics, about the 2020, okay, and explain how you feel about this person. Next one, describe a travel you were looking forward to but was delayed. Delayed because of any matter, that may be your personal matter, unfortunate situation in your family or in your personal life, or that may be related to the climatic condition. Like we can't able to predict about the climate nowadays now. Heavy flood or heavy rain or COVID like situation, you need to make some changes in your plan. So where you plan to travel to, why you were looking forward to it, why it had to be delayed, and explain how you felt about the experience. Next one, describe an advertisement you like or you don't like. It's better to study about an advertisement. When did you see it? What it is about? Where you saw and how you came to know about it? And why you like or didn't like about that particular advertisement. So the next one, describe an experience about moving to a new school or a house. If it is new school means you can just say about the first day at school too. It's an experience about moving to a new place, new school. If you are preparing with a new school, in the sense, you can just combine with the first day at school also. So it's very natural. After the preliminary education, we like to join to any other school for our higher education and all. So why did you change your school or college? When was it? Was that helpful? And what were the consequences after that? You took some time to adapt to the new environment and new people over there now. So what about the consequences? How it impact your life? Next one, describe an occasion you wore your favorite clothes. Again, cloth oriented card. In part 1 also, they can frequently ask for the outfit, the hairstyle, the shoes. So we already discussed some part 1 question which they are frequently asking, and you can expect to May to August. I will just give the link in the description, and I will come out with the part 2 for that. Part 2 for that particular video. You can just watch on. Whatever things you can do to make your speaking more better. If you know about the topics which you can expect in the real exam, means that will be super cool now. So try to prepare with these all topics and try to watch that video too about speaking part 1. Okay, so the favorite clothes, or they can ask for some traditional cloth. Okay, the recently when you wore a traditional cloth, the experience you need to share. So when it was, what you wore, why you wore it, and how you felt about it. Whether you feel comfortable in that dress or not, and you got good compliments from others or not. Next one, describe a piece of technology that you find difficult to use. Of course, if you are using it for first time, means we find some difficulty because we don't know the manual of operation and all. So when did you get it? What did you get it for? How often you use it, and how do you feel about it? And to the last one, describe when someone gave you something you really wanted, or a gift you received, or describe a time you received money as a gift. Gift oriented cards, again it's very common topic. The gift you received, or gift you like to give, or occasion money you received as a gift. So the sub question, who gave it to you, what was the thing, when you received it, why you needed it, and how you felt about it. So that's it regarding the cue cards you must prepare for June 2024. As I mentioned, if you want the PDF of this particular list, means it's available in our group. So no need to send the message via the WhatsApp. It's very difficult to send for each and everyone via the WhatsApp. So try to join our Facebook group. That's why I prepared one group recently. It's just 4 to 5 days only. So you can just join the group and you will get to the material over there. Whatever PDF which I'm mentioning in the videos and all, you can just download from there. Okay. And other than that, if you are interested to join for our online sections, very few slots are available because it's individual classes. We are not promoting the group classes. Many of them find so much difficulty. If they want to ask for some doubt and all, means they feel what others will think if they are in a group section. That's why we are promoting individual classes. So very few people can be in the section for a day. You can't able to take so much sections now. So it's individual classes, one-to-one section. You can freely ask your doubt and all. And if you want the syllabus based training, or if you know everything, you just want the correction service, you just want only one skill assessment, whatever it is, you can just join for our online courses, and it's available for all 4 modules. According to your preference, you can join for that. It will be in flexible timing. And if you need only correction service also, we have the facilities for that. And those who asked for May to August reading ebook, yes, it is available now also. You can just contact via the WhatsApp number, and you will get the information regarding the payment details and all. And it's available for academic and also for general module. If you are cross-checking with the May month and all, at least one of the passage came from our reading ebook. And in some exam, 2 of the passage from our reading ebook. If you are scoring 28, in the sense only 2 more mark you need to get band 7. So it's very helpful. If you want, means you can purchase the item. So that's it regarding this particular section. And if you want any more content, means you can comment that below. So some students asked for this writing content also. For academic task 1, we already done videos, and you will get all the videos in a playlist for writing task 1 tutorials, and so many other content for your writing preparation are there in our playlist, not only for writing, for all the modules. So you can just visit our playlist and you will get more useful videos. I know that this video is too long because we need to explain about all the cue card and all. So anyway, thank you for your time, thank you for your patience, and all the very best for your speaking test day, and God bless you all.